Good evening. Welcome to the PattyLynn Show. I'm PattyLynn, and this is my friend and founder of G.A.L.S and CEO of G.A.L.S, Myhriah Young. And we are here tonight, and our topic is back to school and back to schedule. So we have come to the end of the warm, carefree days of summer, which actually have had a very busy summer. So it hasn't been exactly the warm, carefree days of sunbathing with sun in your hair and baby oil on your legs. Remember those teen years? Yes. No, so summer has kind of zoomed by a little bit for me. But I did try to catch a lot of the fun times of those days, which are more relaxed, especially for a teacher on summer break. But now we are looking at going back to schedule.
Mm-hmm. I do have to say, I feel like every year you tell me all these projects are going to get done in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's always so busy.
I know. I keep waiting for the time when my life settles down a little bit, right? And I just think, well, now that the kids are, I'm an empty nester. Yeah. Got 2 dogs in the nest, but really, I'm an empty nester for now. And so I figure I would have more time.
Yeah.
But, there's always something. And so part of what we're talking about tonight is prioritizing. Mm-hmm. So seeing those projects that need to get done, such as organize the garage.
Oh, yeah.
I'd really love to park the car in the garage again. And there's no reason. I don't think I have too much stuff, which I do. Mm. But I also think if I just organized it and put it in its place, the car could fit in.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And also I probably need to look at like all the camping stuff. Mm. What do I really need for camping stuff?
Yeah.
When was the last time I camped? Am I going to camp? Do I need all the camping stuff?
Good question.
Camping is kind of a dream.
Yeah.
So maybe I just need the bare necessity camping. I don't know. Once you have it, you hate to get rid of it in case you want to go camping. I don't know. So there's big questions in there too.
Yeah. Yep.
So we have, we've talked before about scheduling. I'm going to reach over here.
Yes.
Get my planner. It's one of the things I love. Is a new planner. Do you love a new planner, Myhriah?
I do. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even matter. And well, I'm not even going there. I know you love a good planner. Mm-hmm. You're not even a year planner gal.
No, I buy a new planner every 6 months or so because I get all filled out and I've had to do white out. And then I'm like, I just need a fresh new, it's like rewriting your recipe cards or rewriting your list. So this is one I just got. So I just went to Target and actually I almost got the home edit. Had a pretty cool one, but this one I thought had thicker pages.
Oh, that's pretty
so I do like the tabs for the month and I like the thicker pages because I love to write in color gel pens.
Of course you do.
Of course.
Of course.
And I've never tried this. Papermate Ink Joy gel. Have you tried these?
I haven't.
No, these are actually my favorite. The Pilot G2s are my favorite. And the Energel liquid gel ink. Those are actually my tried and true favorites, but I'm trying something new because I always like trying something new.
Yeah.
And this is a cute little 3-pack. And I like to, probably G.A.L.S will be pink. PattyLynn stuff will be purple. And then school work stuff will probably be green. So it's color coordinated.
Color choices. Yeah.
And I really work on the month at a glance.
Yeah.
That's really the one I use the most. Mm-hmm. What about you? Do you use that the most?
I do. In fact, my thing I've been using because I just can't get a hold of a planner at the moment, but my current thing is color coded as well. So
the online Google Calendar.
Yep. It's attached to my Google Calendar. This one is called Calendars 5. But you can, when you have your week, this is what I love.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys can see.
Oh, I like you've scheduled your mountain biking.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
So we've, color coordinates and I can see it and I can see the time blocked out. So that's nice for me.
And isn't time blocking, is that a thing?
It is.
And I think with that, you have to have your week at a glance.
Yes.
I don't use the week. So I usually have like a standard week. That Sunday, this is my time I go to church. And then Wednesday, this is my whatever gals meeting or, so I usually have those that just happens every week. But I got this one because it just has it has the week on there, but it's a lot of blank pages. And you know what I'm going to do? Just write my notes, whatever. It's probably not going to be used for a week at a glance, but it will be used.
Yeah. Well, and that format too is so good for just writing everything that you need for that week. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I'm fuzzy for some reason. I know why.
I think when we did this with our calendar, it went out of focus. So we have upgraded a little bit. We have a new microphone.
Yes, please.
And a new camera. So we think that we are more in focus.
Yes. Our last videos were not so focused.
Yeah. We decided
it's time.
And we need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Year 3 here. So
yes.
Okay. So once you've got your supplies, your planner or calendar, your colored pens, or whatever you're doing.
School supplies. We all buy it for our kids, right? Go get you some.
Yeah, I do. I love school supplies.
Me too.
It's like always.
It's like Christmas. I mean, forget Christmas. I like school supply time.
I'm not going to forget Christmas, but I do love school supplies. And that's why I think we're teachers.
Yeah.
Because, got to get our things. I was looking at pretty file folders.
Yes. Oh my God.
I need some more file folders. Yeah.
I don't even need them. I just want them because they're so pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So then the next thing you need is all the calendars. So the school calendar is going to tell you when the winter program is and the school breaks. You need any sports calendars. You need your whatever, the dates and times of book club or Bible study or whatever, and then get them on your calendar. And
like everything seems to start this time of year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think even like book clubs and things have taken a little break for summer because everyone takes their vacations or whatever. And so we're all getting back to it, back to schedule. So get those on there and write them in your calendar. Any pre-planned vacation times, anything goes on there.
Ooh, we should show our gals calendar since we're talking calendars.
This calendar.
Eventually, we have this sort of directors right now, but eventually.
Gals planner says good things take time to grow.
Yep.
And we have planning for our posts, so like the PattyLynn show. And we've got a month planning with notes right next to it.
I love that format.
Yeah. So whenever we have our directors meetings, we all bring our planners. We sit around lots of blank pages in the back.
Yes.
So everything's in one place too, which is so handy to just to have it.
Yeah.
Have it at a glance.
Eventually we'll have that for you guys too. Maybe next year.
Yes. Now, did you ever, when your kids were younger, maybe have a master calendar on the kitchen wall?
We kind of tried to do that. Yeah. Our family is very tech driven. So the calendar worked really well for them. Not for me, but for them. Yeah. I'm starting to get there, but I'm not. I still have my notebooks and paper.
I want to look at your calendar 5 that you have the app, because Ken and I have a Google Calendar.
Yeah.
But if I post something, it posts twice for me.
Oh.
Because I think I post it and share it with him and he shares it with me. Or something ridiculous. And I cannot have that. No. So we have to figure that out. And I'm just not spending the time to do that. So, but anyway, I do like a master.
To do all of that though, right?
Yeah.
Figure out what you're going to do. I feel like
get it set up for the year.
Every 6 months. Every 6 months, we're evaluating what that looks like.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. But I do want to say, sometimes when you're filling up this calendar, you might have too many activities for the days. And do you have enough time to do every sport or every book club or every neighborhood gathering or church function or
everything.
work potluck, whatever? We do not have enough time to do everything.
No.
And or days. And there's just so many things, but just so much time.
Yeah.
So we have to decide what to do. what to give our time to. And when I was in college, I went off to college and I played the flute. I'd played since 6th grade. So I brought my flute to college, thinking I am a flute player. I'm a flautist. I play the flute. And so there wasn't a band. So I signed up for flute lessons. And I was a singer. So I signed up for music lessons. And then I had classes and a job and the things. And I was pretty busy. So I would go to flute lesson, but I would never practice. But not never, but rarely. And finally he says to me, so why are you taking flute lessons? I said, because I play the flute and I want to get better. But why? What are you going to do with it in your life?
Good question.
And he's, are you going to be in an orchestra? No. Be a soloist? No. So why are you just taking this? Is it fun for you? No, I'm not really spending time doing it. And I said, you know what? I don't think I want to play the flute anymore.
Fair.
It was a good decision.
Yeah.
So, sometimes dropping out is a good decision. Yeah. Is that a message that is told nowadays? But, sometimes sticking to something you've signed up for and committed to is a good decision. But sometimes saying, you know what, I made this decision and it's a mistake and I don't have to continue in it.
Yeah.
So I stopped taking flute lessons. I did continue singing because I wanted to be able to sing into, that kind of thing.
Singing you use every day. You don't need anything, right?
But really, my days were limited and dropping the flute was a good thing to do.
My mentor actually, I love what he says. He says a lot of people always say that successful people never quit, but he actually says that he flips that and actually successful people quit a lot. In fact, they quit a lot and they quit quickly because they recognize
time wasters.
Or getting into their or aren't in alignment with what they're trying to do. Yeah. So
they probably start more things than other people too.
Yeah,
right, because they're probably on the edge, going
trying new things.
So we were talking about we're starters.
Yeah, we are definitely starters. But hey, you've been consistent for 3 years now with PattyLynn. Just saying. So that's pretty awesome.
Because we started it and we kept going.
We did. We kept going.
Right. Okay. I have another example that about the same time in my 20s when I was deciding what to do with my time, I got this image of it's like a neighborhood potluck. One of those smorgasbords. So imagine this picnic table just piled with food all the way down as far as you can see, all these picnic tables together, and everyone's brought their baked beans and their macaroni and cheese and their salads. And what at the end is a dessert table with the chocolate chip cookies and the Rice Krispie treats and the brownies. And when you get in line, you've got a plate. And you could just start piling it on. And by the time you get to the end, you're not going to have any room for dessert. Yeah. And really, your stomach is only about this big too. So it's not as if you can fill the plate and eat it and fill the plate and eat it and fill the plate. You just really should get this much food that will fill your plate and fill your tummy. So how do you plan ahead? How do you decide? Right. And
the dessert line first.
Leave room. I always put the brownie on top of the salad. Oh, yeah. Balances the salad.
It averages it out.
Yeah, right there with the salad. Yeah. But really, we only have this much time in our days and in our life. We have to decide what is going on that plate.
So I'm curious, before we get to the metaphor part, which we did. How do you properly plan your plate? I need to know.
At a picnic, an actual picnic?
Yeah, and the actual thing.
I do look down the line. I don't just look right where I am. And I usually know that I don't like mayonnaise-y salads, right? So I pick the salad that looks the best. And if I'm getting a bread product, the one that looks not dry, like cornbread that looks dry. I don't know. I just make little decisions, and I don't get carried away by the lure of the look of it. I really kind of think I have a little self-control in this area.
That's good.
I just kind of think, what do I really want to eat here? So
it's easy for me because we're gluten-free. We pretty much can't eat most of the things at a picnic. So we just don't. We always bring our own food now.
Yeah. And I've been avoiding gluten and carbs and things. So, then it's just like, well, I'm going to find a grilled chicken, and I'm going to find a salad.
That does make it,
and then avoid desserts.
But it does make it easier.
And I feel good about it.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I had to know.
But now going back to your life has this much time.
Yes.
And what are you going to fill on your plate? And so, the P word is prioritize. So you have to really say what is important to you. And I think I've showed in a previous scheduling thing that the balancing act I always feel that I'm doing, right? So whether I'm juggling these balls of family and work and housework and shopping and my own personal self goals and hobbies and friends and the gals and things we're doing, that I have this image of me juggling or holding all this stuff on my back. Like these are all the things I have to balance right now.
Yeah.
But really, how do you choose what to do?
Yeah.
And one way people choose is what is urgent? What is screaming at you? Okay. So if I don't feed the dogs, they'll bark and lead me to their dish. If you don't take care of your child, I don't recommend that, but they're going to cry for food, so usually we got to get the food and take care of needs and things like that. Right. Other things that are urgent and loud might be your work deadlines. Okay. You got to get it done. You're not going to have a job. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
Basic levels of housework. I got to do the dishes because I have to use those dishes to make another meal,
Yeah.
And, so there's some things that will get done because they're loud and they're urgent. And sometimes they're not the most important.
Yeah.
Sometimes the important things are quiet and easy to ignore. All this past year, I kept saying, I'm going to go visit my dad. And I did go visit him, but not enough. He's in his 80s. I should go visit my daddy once a week. That's not too much, right? But it's not screaming at me. It's just like in my mind, oh, I gotta go. It just, the time slips by. It's important. It's more important than unloading the dishwasher to me, right?
Right.
But it just doesn't get done as much. So taking the time to prioritize and to realize what is important to you, according to your values and your beliefs, according to your family needs and the time that you're in, how do you prioritize what's important to you, what's important to your partner, what's important to your kids?
Yeah, it's big. I have to say, moving has helped me with that.
Yeah.
Because things like what you're saying, I need to visit my grandma. My grandma, I don't know how much longer she'll be with us. And so, it was easy to just kind of do other things when I still lived here. But now that I moved away, I'm like, I have one weekend to see my grandma.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it in, forget everything else, well, not everything, but prioritize. I've got my gals and I got my family and that's it. Like, I talked to someone today and they're like, you're in town? Yep. I didn't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
Because I knew I have gals and I need to see my family.
Yeah.
It kind of makes that like go into priority.
I know. And wasn't packing a priority? Like, what do you value enough from this house to put in a box and pay to have moved to another house and unpack? And I know some people do decluttering when they're packing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but also when you're unpacking, did you declutter more? Or did you?
We did.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do it in one sweep.
We did a really good amount before, but then there were still those things like, well, maybe we'll use this in the new house. And then you get there and you're like, oh, this doesn't fit at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't either physically just doesn't fit or like you already have something else that does that.
Yes,
function,
right.
Or, so there were a lot of things like that where like AC is a great example because we're like, oh, we're going to need ACs still.
Yeah.
Well, we got there and we have a forced
cooling
AC unit. Yeah. And so we don't need all the ACs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. Moving is also a great way to prioritize.
It is. It is. And I've lived in this house for 10-ish years.
Oh, yeah.
And, you just acquire stuff and use stuff and stuff wears out. Maybe you get a new one, but you don't get rid of the old one. Or I don't know. I want to have a moving mindset and go through.
Yeah.
So not this month. September's a busy month. So not this month, but
yes. But you could plan it.
Mm-hmm. It is something that is one of those quiet things that I should prioritize and plan it and do it. So that's kind of what you do.
Yeah.
Once you prioritize something, you need to plan it. So just like goal setting.
Yeah.
Let's say my goal is to clean out the garage. True story.
Yes.
So what are the steps?
Right.
What are the steps and when? When am I going to do it? And what are the steps? Am I going to do it all in one Saturday? That I move everything out, rebox everything, label it, move it back in, take a trip to the Goodwill? Or am I going to do it bit by bit?
Yeah.
What's your style really? Either way works.
And what's your time too?
And time.
Yeah. I found that, again, moving. When we moved to our new home though, when we picked the states that we lived in, we said, we're going to do the things that are the people do in that state.
Yes.
So hiking, biking, skiing are all big in Utah. And so it could be easy to just get into house projects because we have lots that we want to do. But we actually picked a house based on those goals because we were like, wait a minute, we're not moving here to flip a house. That's not our goal.
Right.
Like
and it's a nice house. It wasn't a fixer upper. It was like ready to go.
Yep. Yeah. We picked something that was move-in ready.
Yeah.
Of course I want to decorate, but that's not like, if I don't decorate it, I'm not going to hate it. Yeah. So we did that. And then also even now it's like, okay, so we've gotten the main stuff done. We're functioning. Our stuff is unpacked. We're living here. Yeah. It's good. Now for decorating and projects that we want to do, we're only going to do that 1 week in a month. Yeah. And then maybe a little more in the winter, but that's it. The rest, we're going biking.
That sounds so great.
We're doing the things we want to do. We are spending time being a couple.
Yeah.
And then having adventures.
I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. In fact, Ken and I was just talking the other weekend about, what as empty nesters, and we're figuring it out, and that will be a topic someday here.
Right?
But, we're just kind of walking through it and figuring it out. But like, what do we want to do with our time? Mm-hmm. Do we want to eat dinner at the table or on the couch or out on the patio? What do we want to do? How often do we want to go out to eat? Whatever.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah. Like we want to be outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. So, and then some of those other quiet things like books to read, I have a pile of books to read that I need to prioritize. Just a reading time. Mm-hmm. That sounds nice, right? Just do it.
Yes.
Then the time with grandparents or friends, and if they're not, phone call friends, Zoom friends. I love FaceTime because I'm a face-to-face person. Yes. So that's, just as good almost as being there. And your hobbies, projects like you're talking about, home projects. But not, how do you prioritize them? Like I like you saying that you're doing it once a month. Once a month. We're going to work on this project.
And it's a whole weekend, so we can actually accomplish a project.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And I have career projects I need to work on. And, so also just think, is there something that I've been putting off for years? I was talking to my knitting friends about this, like the half finished knitting sweater or something, right? Nice. So should you finish it? Maybe. Or should you get rid of it?
Yeah.
Or give it to someone who cares about it to finish. Or you know how you find someone who cares about it? Mm-hmm. Give it to Salvation Army or the Goodwill or wherever, thrift shop, and someone will buy it and finish it. Or rip out your sweater and use the yarn. Or, it's reuse, reduce, recycle. It works.
Yep.
But, what are the projects that you have not gotten to?
Yeah.
Because it's time to either prioritize them or let them go.
Yep. I've learned now with my high I personality. Yes. I'm pretty sure you are too. Yeah. But we're going to be doing that soon. It's okay, like you're saying, to let things go. And I like to get projects that I just get the stuff for, like a kit or whatever, and just either finish it or I don't. So I recently finished up an embroidery project, but it came with 3 embroidery projects. And so I felt like I had to finish it. Then my new neighbor actually happens to be styling her home very similar to mine.
Nice.
Boho, all of that. And I was like, you know what? I have these extra embroidery things I'm not going to do anything with. Do you want them? And she was so blessed and so happy to get them. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yes.
I don't have to feel like I have to do anything with it anymore. It's so good.
Yeah, that is good. That is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to use as a reminder for this? So
good question.
I'm just going to wear my charm necklace, but like I have this ever charm necklace or charm bracelet. And like one is like a little, it's just things that are important to me. And they're kind of silly actually, you know? So like I have a little coffee cup and I have a pineapple because I drink my coffee. Yes. Pineapple is how I decorated my schoolroom. It has a school pencil. It has a cross, and then it has a tree because it's cedar tree school. You know? So I mean, but it's like little things that are like, you know, reminders of, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is my teacher bracelet, you know, but really you can make a poster. You can make a word poster or a picture poster or some kind of reminder that I'm going to read or schedule it on your planner, reading time, project weekend, you know, so it's scheduled or there's a reminder that this is something I've prioritized and I'm getting to it. Having an accountability partner. Someone says, have you done that, read that book for school? Have you finished, you know?
Yes.
Organizing your garage.
Yes. Mine will be, did you make the phone calls you need to make for work?
Make the phone calls. Yeah.
Soon.
But accountability partners are, you know, anything with a friend is more fun. And whether it's exercise or getting your work done.
Yes. So, all of it. Yeah. All the things you got to do. I love it.
So I'm, drop my pens. I'm feeling like I'm going to get organized and prioritize.
Yeah. I like it.
I think that I hope that you've been encouraged in thinking through some of the things that are on your plate and what is fitting and what is not fitting and what needs to be seen and done.
Yes.
And I hope you've heard some practical skills for positive living here.
Yeah.
We do.
Yes.
Yes. So watch our Gals Facebook page because we're going to have some exciting things continue to come out.
Yes.
And I hope you're enjoying this kind of a link we're doing where it's on our Facebook page, but we're linked to our YouTube channel. Do come back and comment on the Gals Facebook page because that's right now where we're seeing it. And so I do want to see your comments, ask any questions, and we can chat there.
Check out PattyLynn's lives.
Yes.
Yes.
You will see me popping up.
Yes.
So have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.